How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to be tearing apart these steps and seeing just what just to see pretty much how we ended up with results like this. I did these steps maybe a month ago, maybe a little longer, I can't remember, and since then I've had several people call me or message me and send me photos of their steps and stuff like that, and asking me to give them some encouraging criticism to help them do better and stuff like that. I specifically, one gentleman here just a few days ago sent me a picture, and right off the bat I noticed that his steps right here on the sides, on both sides of it, kind of rolled over, like it dipped down right before the wall. So I sent him a link to this video right here and told him to take a look at that and see if we did anything different here than he did in his steps, and see if he could improve like that. I said, but I will do a video dissecting these and getting into more detail and stuff like that. So if you'll notice right here, we'll get right into this first before I start tearing stuff off. Right here along the edge of these steps, you'll notice that they're flat, okay? They're not dipped down on each edge. Right here in the video, or in the picture that he showed me, about this far from the edge, it like had a dip down. I said, I don't know, maybe you didn't get your, how's it going, Bobby? Maybe you didn't get your pad over far enough. It could have been something as simple as you used some half-inch pad. A lot of times that'll happen too. And if that's the case, if your customer gets half-inch pad throughout the house and you have a set of steps in there, maybe you could refer the customer to some thinner pad, some 7/16, 3/8, or something like that. Something that's going to make your steps look a whole lot better. Because if you have a thick pad, especially on a low nap carpet or something like that, it's really going to show that dip down before the tack strip or before the wall. How's it going, Chris? Thanks for joining in, buddy. So right here again, this set of steps I've not done anything with it since I did this video. I'm going to pull them off and just kind of go over just little key things that might seem useless to a lot of people, but it will allow you to get good results and make your steps look all nice and flush, you know, no dips or nothing like that. I'm just going to point out some little particular things on these. And I'm not going to destroy this carpet, because I've actually got plans for this exact same piece of carpet and these exact same steps. So how's it going? I'm going to start at the top and just rip them off there. And again, I want to use these in another video with the same steps and everything, and I'll tell you all about that maybe later. Anyways, listen to that. You can notice it's stuck pretty good, even on the sides of the tack strip. It's stuck real nice. A lot of people didn't understand why I put tack strip on the sides of the riser right there. Well, listen right here. I don't know if you heard that or not, but anyway, it was definitely stuck on the side of the risers as well. So, first thing I want to point out, let me get this up here closer. The tape on the edge of this right here absolutely makes a big difference. Now, that just might be me, but I definitely like this, because as I explained in this video, the edge of your pad right here, the edge of your step, is definitely what breaks down first, okay? Let me turn this around right here. Another thing I want to point out really quick, look at the pad. It is all the way to the tack strip on each edge and in the back. Tack strip has a sizable gap. How's it going, Jared? Thanks for tuning in again, buddy. I just did a little thing a little bit ago and you was joining in. Appreciate it again. And this right here, cutting your tack strip in a V like that right there, allows you to get your pad all the way over to the edge of your step right there. That stops from having a little dip down right there, showing right across the front of your steps like that. That's why I pointed that out just a while ago, so that you would notice that they was flush all the way across, nice and flat across all of the lips like that. And it is because our pad goes all the way to the wall right there. If we had tack strip here or nothing at all right here, it definitely would have been a little dip. Now, I know that firsthand because I used to not do this. As a matter of fact, I've just recently started tack stripping like this, and just recently started cutting my pad all the way over and stuff like that. there is always, I mean, always room to improve in your skills, no matter how long you've been doing this. I've been doing this almost 30 years, and I'm always finding better ways to do things. So never stop learning, okay? Again, we got about, on our riser right here, we got about just a finger width right there. Cut, our pad cut, stuck right over there. Nice and tight right there. A little bit less than a finger width on the sides. The very bottom piece is just about a finger width right there. Now on the steps, going from one step to another, you're definitely going to want a little more, but the very bottom step, because this is working to something here, whether it be hardwood or something else like that, you want it nice and close like this so that it has a nice straight down flat flush finish to whatever product you're working up against here on the floor, okay? The same thing up here. It is nice and close here. I cannot even get my finger in there. I'm not touching the floor. I am stopping on the tack strip right there. So working up against whatever, say hardwood or whatever would be here on your top landing, you definitely want your tack strip close again right there, okay? So this is going to be really quick. I don't know a whole lot else to say. I'm just hoping that the gentleman that sent me the pictures there will be able to see this and maybe improve a little bit on something that he was having issues with or anything like that. All this stuff, like I said, has reason, okay? I try not to do anything without a reason, okay? That's just nonsense. If you're doing stuff just to be doing stuff, that's nonsense, okay? I definitely like to do the best that I can, but I'm not going to just sit there and waste time and do things that don't matter, okay? Everything that I do is for a reason and has purpose. If it ain't for something, I'm just not going to do it, because I am just like everybody else. I want to get it done as fast as I can and get out of there. With that being said, I'm not going to slop it in. I'm going to get it done the best I can as fast as I can, okay? So anyway, maybe that'll help somebody. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot else to say about these. I just wanted to pull them apart and recap on some of these things right here. You can see right here, oops. See right here, this is actually, just make Jerry do it all. Jerry's not even with me anymore, Maddie. He's gone. He had to let him go. Anyway, this pad, look at there, could have been cut back just a little bit more. It's okay right there, but then right here, it's actually overlapped on the tack strip a little bit by the time it got mashed down there. So I should have cut that down just a little bit more, okay? I actually could have done a little bit better right there too on that cut, just so that you know. And this step right here as well. See, it does go all the way over to the wall. It does go all the way over to the wall there, but look at the front of that. So that could have definitely used a little bit of improvement on that as well, okay? So anyway, I don't really see anything else that could be improved upon. Somebody pointed out, I should have pointed this out before I got done. Thanks, Jared, once again. Somebody pointed out in one of my pictures that I did, right here in the crevice, I wished I had pointed this out before I tore it off. It could have used a little bit more work on that as well. Whenever, well, you can actually see where the tack strip is coming up right there. That's where I was pounding it in right there. And at the time of these steps, my hand was really hurting. I know you guys are probably getting sick of hearing about that, but I'm getting sick of dealing with it too. And I could not put the pressure on it and hit as much as I needed to get these all tidied up perfectly. So this bottom step right here definitely could. I did not, Chris. I've done these before I had them. I do have them, and I'm really anxious. The next set of steps that I do use will probably, well, actually, the next one I do is going to be this one with this exact same carpet, because it's already pre-cut and everything. I got a plan I want to do on these steps with that carpet. But the next steps that I do carpet on will probably be with a bull nose right here. Those are rounded right there, and I will be using these spacers on. Chris King is asking about these spacers right here. These will give you some super accurate spaces in between your hair and on the bottom and stuff like that. I've definitely got to do a little bit more research. I've looked at them just a little bit, to find out exactly how they go and stuff. Let me take this off right here. I kind of don't want to do this because I ain't looked into them a whole lot to see exactly how they work and everything, but the best of my knowledge, these will go flat right there, and that should be, which I'm a little bit heavy right there, that is supposed to be how low you're supposed to have your tack strip to the floor whenever you're working. Like I said something right here about having it look pretty here. That right there, number 4 millimeters, which is kind of thin. That's supposed to be the same thickness as a tack strip as well, if I'm not mistaken. 4 millimeters. Let me check that right there. Okay, so our tack strip is just a little bit thicker. So they're over in the UK, it must be a little bit thinner. If I ain't mistaken, that's what the gentleman said when I watched that video that he had. But anyway, this is supposed to be as tight right there on that to the floor. And then these are for, see there, my gap is actually not enough for that right there. Let's see here. Yeah, so I don't have as much gap as that gentleman recommended on the steps. So I could definitely do some improving myself, and I definitely will. As I do all these steps, I will definitely be learning from my own videos and stuff like that. I definitely watch my own videos, and I will look at them and see, oh man, I should have done this, or I should have done that, or something like that. So not only do you guys learn from this, it's like a preacher preaching. I don't know how many of you guys go to church. A lot of times the preacher will say, no, I'm preaching to me too, okay? That's kind of like I am. I'm not just teaching you guys. I'm actually learning and getting stuff out of these things myself. So everybody's learning. Everybody can pick up something if they got their eyes open and are willing to pick something up. So I enjoy doing these to help you guys and to learn myself. So anyway, I will do a video on these tack strip spacers here before long. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them for all different thicknesses of carpet and stuff like that. If you want to be super precise, which Chris King was just talking a while ago, he does some super high class work there. I mean, anyway, flat weaves and all that stuff that I don't even know the names of. He does some really high class meticulous work. These would be perfect for that. These would be perfect for, thank you, Bobby, I appreciate that. These would be perfect for low nap carpets, pattern carpets and stuff like that. Something that you want nice, clean lines on and all that stuff right there, because proper tack strip placement is going to get you the clean lines that you desire, especially on those type of carpets, okay? So again, I don't know anything else to say on these. I just wanted to come on here and say something for a few minutes, maybe to help that gentleman out or something like that. And the more I get into these, I'll be using these right here more and get as absolutely meticulous and particular as I can and do the absolute best I can on these for you guys that want to pick something up. I'll be doing research and everything myself and learning as much as I can about these so that I can spread it on to you guys, okay? Because by all means, I do not know, not even close to knowing it all. So I want to learn as much as I can so that I can share it with you guys, okay? So if you see me doing something on these videos that say, hey, you wasn't doing that in your earlier videos, what's going on? Are you lying to us and stuff like that? No, I'm not lying to you. I am just ever learning, okay? I always want to learn. Jerry would get so mad at me whenever I tell him do something and then a month later I'd be telling him doing it different and stuff like that. It's because I'm always learning and always trying to do better. Just like the very last job that we did of steps, I was trying to tell him to cut the tack strip like that right there, and he didn't understand what was going on. I was like, man, you did them all wrong and blah, 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 blah. He said, that's how we've always done. I know, but you know what? We're always learning. We're always trying to do better. So anyway, you're welcome, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate all that you share on the Flooring Installers of America. I really appreciate it. Believe it or not, I can learn some stuff just from looking at your pictures. So I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate all of you guys that share on the Facebook groups and stuff like that. It definitely helps people out. And if people knock on it or diss it or whatever, don't worry about it, okay? People are still benefiting from it. People are still learning from it. Thank you, Xavier, or Javier, maybe. Sorry about that. But yeah, take the criticism. It's worth helping somebody out, okay? Trust me, I deal with a buttload of criticism, so don't worry about it. It just comes with the territory, okay? A lot of times it's just because people are jealous and people can't do it as good, so they gotta knock somebody down so it lifts them up. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. Go on with your life, continue to do good, continue to help people, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, FBSB's out.